Alright, alright. Here we go. So here we go. Okay, so right now, I'm waiting for ZIG SHOWTIME stream, which is supposedly should be live right now, right? But it's not, so we'll wait. We'll wait, and I'm really I'm thrilled about it. I'm really interested to hear ZIG roadmap for 2026. Do I need some music now? Is stream happening? I hope so. Hello, Fares. Hello, hello. I'm already here, yes. How are you doing? You're damn fast. 2 minutes? That's a record. We're gonna to watch ZIG roadmap with Kelley, the creator of ZIG. I think it's gonna be so interesting. How to say hello in your original language? Привет. It's like... do I have Ukrainian here? Yeah, I have. What is that? I mean, in Latin it's probably gonna be... Oh, how do I change it back? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess that way. Yeah, and in Russian it's gonna be... That's so funny. I'm curious why there is no stream right now. Hello everyone, hi, yes. Okay, first time on ZIG shot, I'm excited, yeah. Okay, so we are just waiting, right? I'll hide this, I'll hide... Do I need chat? Oh, it's live. Is it? Why it shows that it's live? Huh? Okay, he just... Someone can just launch stream. I mean, it's kinda relatable. By the way, Fares, what do you like? What is your main language? I mean, considering your, security kind of thing, it's probably C, C++, right? What do you expect from the conference, if we can call it that way? Okay. So right now, first of all, ZIG is such a great language. I really enjoy writing it. The problem is it's not released yet, right? It's not 1.0, it's 0.x. And because of that, mass adoption is not gonna happen in the near time, right? Because companies are not willing to use not ready for production technologies. However, as far as I understand, ZIG should be released pretty soon, before 2030, I guess. Right? And I'm just curious about what Andrew Kelley gonna say about that. Plus, there are several features I'm really waiting for. There is async, which was in ZIG. What is the status of async with ZIG? So basically, async was in ZIG. However, they started migration from LLVM to self-hosted compiler. And because of that, it was removed, right? Because, like, the main reason, as far as I know, LLVM coroutines are highly inefficient, and implementing them in a good way kinda requires a lot of effort, and because of that, it's not the priority for now. My bad, I'm on WhatsApp at the same time. C and bash are main. Bash? What do you mean bash? Brother, don't say that. What do you mean bash? Bash are main. This is some like top level programming. What are your favorite languages? C and bash. Come on, okay, I need some music for now. Am I missing something? Like, you didn't say favorite, you said main. Okay, makes sense. My bad. Okay, what's your favorite languages then? now he writes C and bash. It would be funny. Python? No way, no, don't say that. Don't say it loud. Don't say. Keep it. Is it like, okay? I mean, it probably should stay secret. Not gonna lie. Like, I wish I didn't know that. Okay. Unless it's like, not unless. What word is proper here? At least it's not JavaScript, you know. I mean, like, I'm not a fan of Python, but if I'll have to choose between JavaScript and Python, I would, like, the choice would be definitely, would be, like, obvious, right? And which is JavaScript. At least it's not COBOL. I don't know, they seem pretty similar, you know? They have some, like, similar vibe. COBOL syntax. I don't know, looks like Python to me. Isn't it? Look at this tabulation. As this like keywords, which is basically English. No parentheses, nothing, just English. Fake Python is beautiful. I mean, not really. Like, it's not bad. Okay, let's agree on it's not bad, right? I mean, I would rather use Lua than Python. Okay, never mind. Lua has one-based indexing. I take my words back. Never mind. What I would use? Actually, I'm curious about Neem. Yeah. Neem should be pretty good as far as I know. It's also like statically typed language with optional garbage collection should be pretty good. I never tried it though. Where is stream? Hello Tiger Beetle, I was on conference last month. Oh, Tiger Beetle. Wow. Wow. Do you know Tiger Beetle? Do you watch Primogen? You probably do, right? Do I watch who? Primogen. The Primogen. Nope, seriously? Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Go back. I don't really watch nerd scenes on YouTube. Like, basically, it's not nerd scene. Like, Sodin is a nerd scene. He is more like, I don't know. How can I say it? It's like, I don't know, in my language there is term pop science or something like that. Science pop. Basically he does more like thinking and explanation instead of real programming. He like explores things, you know, talk about situations, about languages and so on. And so like this presentation was so good. This is basically a transactional based database, right? Written in ZIG. And like main take was that real database, like SQL database, are not suitable for transactional systems because they're like highly inefficient with them. They require a lot of queries to get single operation done. So they made database specifically for transactions, right? Financial transactions. One financial transaction equals 10 SQL queries. That's it. And they was explained so good. Like they have special how is it called? Code of conduct, something like NASA does, you know, where they explain in every detail their strategies that they use, which makes their code just like unbreakable. And it's such, they have so many cool ideas. They made this like demo, basically a game where every bit is a database, and what happens? It gets just basically dodged. It like there are a bunch of errors you can do to them, right? A bunch of, I don't know how to say that. Like you can just abuse them, right? That's virtual databases, and they automatically restore themselves. And it's so good. Like he was showing like how like they wrote it in a way that they can test them. The game looks painful. What do you mean? They wrote it in that way that they can like basically scream on the database, like throw a bunch of garbage in an insane amount of time, in insanely low amount of time. They like, I don't know how's it called. It's probably called fuzzy testing, right? And they test all the inputs, like it was said something for like million years in several days, something like that. So it's really cool. Does anyone know when the system distributed 25 talks will be public on YouTube? Could use even more piano though. Loris is trying that classic troubleshooting trick, turning everything off and back on again. Andrew Rock. Is it Andrew Kelley? Yeah, it's Andrew Kelley. That's my job overall. Yeah, like you should watch it. It's like really good. Wait, it's really great presentation. Like, not gonna lie. I mean, if you have time. They were also explaining why they chose ZIG. Not me, at least, not yet. We'll ask. I muddled want to rewatch Ender Stock at 0.5 speed. I feel like I missed at least half of deep inside the normal. Once the clip of Hillel saying that repeated phrase 10 times so I can turn it into a TNT remix. Andrew Kelley is so hilariously fun. Like, really. Okay, we have no stream right now. So what should we do? Okay, Forrest, I have another question. Let's assume Python doesn't exist. What's your favorite language? Let's just assume Python like doesn't exist, right? Assembly script. What is? Oh, it's like basically abstracted to awesome, right? WebAssembly. Design for WebAssembly. Familiar TypeScript syntax. But what's the point? It's like basically TypeScript, but can't you just compile TypeScript into WebAssembly? It's kind of weird. Or is it like have native types or something like that? Bash. Damn, I hate Bash. I hate Bash. I can't do Bash. Does Bash also has one-based indexing, right? Just like Lua. BF? Oh, it's brainfuck. Yeah, brainfuck. C++, how long is gonna be? Okay, actually not that long. Common Lisp. Let's check Common Lisp. Common Lisp is a general purpose multi-paradigm programming language suited for a wide variety of industry applications. It's frequently referred to as programmable programming language. Yep. The classic starting point is practical Common Lisp. Okay, it's a book. Another popular and recent book is Land of Lisp. Okay, I don't like this one. A new book about best practices Common Lisp recipes was recently published. Recipes, right? It's not recipes, it's recipes. Syntax, general form. CL, Common Lisp, has two fundamental pieces of syntax, atom and S expression. Typically, grouped S expressions are called forms. An atom, it evaluates to itself. Okay, so it's basically the value, right? Another atom evaluating to the symbol seen. What does it mean? Is it like string symbol? Here, another atom. It's atom, right? It's pronounced atom. Atom, yep. How much stuff is the man rebooting? Goddamn. I look forward to seeing the talks. I couldn't justify the cost of flying from the US. Luris is currently on the phone to his ISP, getting them to reboot every machine on the Trace roll to Twitch. He's trying a smattering or ingest servers. The smattering of ingest servers? What does it even mean? How do I translate that? Oh, that's how, yeah. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's just do a big Google Meet. Funny. Twitch test. Okay, so that's something local. Another atom, the note is true. T is true. I don't like it. I don't like it. I would rather want it to be just true, you know, like a keyword. An expression. So it's plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, right? Another expression. Wait. Tick? What does tick do? For, foo, t. Foo is a function. Right? Wait. Doesn't make sense. Comments. Single line comments start with a semicolon. Use for file level. Okay, comments. There are 3 for section description, 2 inside definitions, and 1 for single lines, for example. That's so ridiculous. Okay. Live Lisp. Interesting. Foo bar bus, because queues optimize for maximum crack-a-boom and yump needed by the function no Luca. Define function, defun. It's like fun, but not fun, you know? Okay, that's where it goes. Meaning, life. Oh. So function called meaning and it takes life. There are no types, right? There are no types. Damn. ZIG will self-host Twitch for next release. He also meeting gets the COVID 5x. Okay, returns the computed meaning of life. Why is there a string? Is it like common? Seriously? Let me ABC invoke crackaboom loop for x across me. So those are keywords. Also, for is a function. Wait. Whoa. So whoa. Collect. Store values into x and return it. Best Lisp family language. Best Lisp dialect, yeah. Overall, I would highly recommend Clojure over Common Lisp, Scheme, or Emacs Lisp. I have some Lisp language. Actually, I can ask Gemini. What is the best Lisp dialect for general and low-level programming? My money is on it's the ISP. Oh, my money is on it's the ISP. Okay, too much coincidence to happen at the same time of the day twice in a row. Could you stream it? He's trying smothering. Okay. The Lisp landscape navigating dialects for general and low-level programming. For programmers seeking a blend of high-level abstraction and low-level control, the Lisp family of languages present a compelling, albeit diverse landscape. While often lauded for its powerful macro system and dynamic nature, certain Lisp dialects excel in general-purpose application development, while others are specially tailored for system-level and performance-critical tasks. The best choice hinges on the specific needs. Actually, I should sit straight. Just now I realized. The best choice hinges on the specific needs of the project, balancing factors like performance, ecosystem, and programming paradigm. For general-purpose programming, a tale of 4 dialects. 4 major Lisp dialects dominate the landscape of general-purpose programming: Common Lisp, Scheme, Racket. I hear that Racket is the best one, and Clojure. Each offers a unique set of features and design philosophies. Common Lisp stands as a heavyweight champion of Lisp dialects, standardized by NC. I can't recall what NC is. I'm gonna lie. Think about that for just another couple minutes and we'll make decision on how to proceed. Okay. American National Standards Institute, okay. It is a large and feature-rich language designed for building robust, large-scale applications. Its strengths lie in its powerful object system, clause, extensive standard library, and variety of major high-performance implementations like Steelbank, Common Lisp, and Clojure CL, Clojure Common Lisp. These compilers can produce highly optimized native code, making Common Lisp suitable for a wide range of applications from web development to artificial intelligence. The interactive development style, facilitated by tools like Slime, allows for rapid prototyping and iteration. Scheme, in contrast, is a minimalist and elegant dialect of Lisp. It was the first Lisp to introduce lexical scoping and tail call optimization, making it a strong choice for functional programming. I was thinking Lisp is like functional programming by default, but okay. Its small core language makes it easy to learn and a popular choice in computer science education. While the standard is minimal, various implementations known as scheme requests for implementation extend its capabilities. Okay. Racket is a descendant. A person, plant, or animal that is descended from a particular ancestor. Oh, I see. Of scheme that was evolved into a comprehensive language-oriented programming. Language-oriented programming? So you're programming like language in a language? Language-oriented programming is a software development paradigm where language itself is treated as a fundamental building block similar to object models or components. That's so cool. That sounds so cool. Like, that sounds so interesting. Platform. It comes with an extensive standard library, a powerful macro system, and the Dr. Racket IDE, which is particularly friendly to beginners. Racket's standout feature is its ability to create new domain-specific languages, allowing programmers to tailor the language to the problem at hand. Clojure is a modern Lisp dialect that runs on the Java virtual machine. Yeah, I know this one. With a strong, like, I don't really like JVM, so probably skip. With a strong emphasis on functional programming and concurrency, it treats data as immutable by default and provides powerful concurrency primitives like software transitional memory, making it well suited for building scalable and thread-safe applications. Its seamless interoperability with Java gives it access to a vast ecosystem of libraries and frameworks. That's actually, yeah, that's a plus. For level programming, when Lisp meets Metal. While Lisp is often perceived as high-level language, several dialects and implementations provide the tools necessary for low-level programming, offering a unique combination of Lisp expressive power with C-like performance and memory control. Common Lisp, particularly with implementations like Steel Band Common Lisp. Steel Band Common Lisp is a high-performance Common Lisp compiler. It is open-source free software with a permissive license. In addition to the compiler and runtime system for ANSI Common Lisp, it provides an interactive environment including debuggers, a statistical profiler, a code coverage tool, and many other extensions. Interesting. What's the most recent version released June 29? Actually, it was pretty, like, not that long time ago. Yes, they're updating it. Interesting. And enhancement. The compiler now recognizes when local function, both named and anonymous, are used on as downward funargs in many situations and can stack allocate such closure even without. Okay, interesting, really interesting. Can be a potent tool for system programming. It often offers a origin function interface for seamless interoperability with C libraries and provides libraries for system-level tasks like memory management and system calls. Respectable. For those seeking more direct control, a new generation of Lisp dialects has emerged with a specific focus on low-level capabilities. Carp is a statically typed Lisp dialect. Like Rust. What I hear. Not this Carp, come on. Seriously, Carp. Statically typed Lisp without garbage collector for real-time applications. 8 months ago. Written in Haskell. Kinda makes sense. Why not rewrite it in Carp though? Voting in favor of not postponing given US long holiday weekend. Maybe postpone it like now and have a second Twitch stream prepared if Floris doesn't work. Come on, I just like it's gonna be late for me to stream. Can we just do it now? Please. Carp is static, yeah. User ownership tracking for memory management, completely avoiding garbage collection. This makes it ideal for real-time applications like games and audio synthesis where predictable performance is critical. It compiles to C for broad platform support and offers easy C interoperability. So cool. I wanna check it again. Load and actually, why don't I have music? Load and use SDL. Oh. Define function tick state plus state 10. State plus 10. Okay, makes sense. So this is input parameters. Define function draw app rent state. But I don't see types. I don't see types. That's kind of frustrating. Draw, background, render. It's like reference, RGB, state 2, state 3, state 4. Okay. App. Zillow creates a minimalistic color generator. State. Honest callback. Okay, interesting. Maintainers. Is it actually maintained? It doesn't seem to be maintained. Not gonna lie. Update readme. We now have an official Discord server. Future discussions about the language will most likely happen there. Come join. Okay. Yep. The same. Oh, 2023? Seriously? Is that? It's so that. Cake Lisp is another Lisp-inspired language designed for high-performance applications, especially game development. It transpiles to C++ and provides seamless interoperability with these languages. Like CARP, it forgoes garbage collector, giving the programmer explicit control over memory. Let's just check it out. Then. Programming language for games sounds weird, but okay. Can I have source code? Handmade. Cake Lisp, metaprogrammable, hot reloadable, no garbage collector language for high performance programs, especially games with seamless C++ interop. Work in progress voxel game written in Cake Lisp. Damn, I actually want to make voxel game. I mean, it's kinda cliche, but this is programming language where I can have my cake and eat it too. The goal is metaprogrammable, hot reloadable, not garbage collected language, ideal for high performance iteratively developed programs, especially games. This transpiler which generates C++ from an X expression syntax. Cake Lisp takes some inspiration from Lisp, but it's not compatible and doesn't aspire to become a Lisp. I was inspired by Naughty Dog's use of Ghoul, and Rocket Scheme on their modern titles. Oh, seriously? They do that? Game-oriented assembly Lisp. Wow. Wow. What a rabbit hole. What a rabbit hole. Ghoul. Making Crash Bandicoot, wow. Dev macro, wow. Damn, now I want to write Lisp. I've also taken several ideas from Jonathan's Blow talks on Jai. Okay. You can also read the introduction to Cake Lisp. The main repository is here. Okay, not GitHub. That's, I mean, not bad. That's like, that's really, I don't know, interesting scene. Like, it's an all video live streaming. That sounds super overkill. Not to mention trivial to bypass. What I was talking about? Yeah, so like if you're, like GitHub is closed source, which is not cool, right? And it's Microsoft, which is also not cool. On the other hand, like if you post not on GitHub but on some self-hosted Git, right? Git service, or even if it's like something like Codeberg or how's it called? It's just that no one gonna contribute there. Like, probably almost no one, which sucks. Pull request. Username. No, thank you. Issues. Oh, I can't for them. That sucks. The metaprogramming capabilities of Lisp true full power macros support macros can use compile time code execution to conditionally change what what is output based on the context of the invocation. The performance of C, no heavyweight runtime, boxing, unboxing, overhead, etc. Real types. Types are identical to C types. I don't think that's advantage. Int is 32 bits with no sign, bit, or anything like other Lisp implementations do. No garbage collection. Hot reloading. Totally seamless. Compile time, code modification. Output human readable C++. Build system. Low dependencies. How is this unique? This is especially unique in its acceptance of the necessity of C and to a lesser extent C++. People with existing projects in C will find this seamless interaction with K-Lisp an essential feature. Okay, that's cool. Recent activity. Log comment. Actually, was 4 months ago. Xenum flex capitalization. Can I watch commits? Oh, I can't. That's unfortunate. Extempore is a unique environment that combines a statically typed LLVM compiled Lisp with an interpreted scheme. This dual language approach allows for both high performance, low level coding and high level scripting within the same process with seamless interoperability between the two and with C libraries. It also features manual memory management. Press scheme is a dialect of scheme specifically designed for system programming. It compiles to C and is the Redic a dialect for every need. Ultimately, the best Lisp dialect depends on the specific requirements for the project. For general purpose programming, Common Lisp remains a powerful and versatile choice for a wide array of applications thanks to its mature implementation and extensive feature set. Clojure is an excellent option for modern concurrent applications, especially with the Java ecosystem. Racket provides a unique and powerful platform for language-oriented programming, and creating DSL scheme offers a clean and minimalist foundation for functional programming. For low-level programming, Carp and K-Lisp are a compelling choice for those who need the performance and control of languages like C, but they're like that. But with the expressive power of Lisp. Extempore offers a unique and powerful environment for live coding and performance critical tasks. Have I watched? I have to Google it. When? Cyber physical programming environment. In audio-visual live programming environment. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Can I do it that way? Oh, I can't because it's Reddit. Okay, so I'm not good. The world of Lisp is rich and varied. Okay, let's just Lisp dialects. So I guess Common Lisp is the go-to, right? I'm curious about Common Lisp performance. Common Lisp beats Java, Rust, Julia, Dart in 20. Okay. This Common Lisp beats all the other dynamic languages by a considerable margin. This is why I'm developing Clasp, a Common Lisp implementation based on LVMs that interprets with C for scientific programming. It's a Common Lisp cookbook, performance tuning, and tips. Flame graph. Okay, great. Just like in Go. Can I have benchmarks? Time and memory. Compare it to C, please. Benchmark. Huh? Wait, request per second. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Wookie Handshot. Woo. Oh, Woo Common Lisp. Okay, it's actually not that bad, right? The real benchmark. Oh, I like this. There's a site with a lot of benchmarks for different languages, isn't it? Trivial benchmark. Versus C. Okay, still banned commonly spread. How the programs are written matters. Always look at the source code. If the fastest programs are flagged star, possible handwritten vector instructions are unsafe or naked FFI, does the host language matter? You might be more interested in the less optimized programs, more seconds, less GZ source code. Okay. C-lang. Sex too. Not sex, but seconds. Come on. Lisp 5. Okay, so the fastest one has like what, 9 seconds. Just much longer and much more memory because it's garbage collected, right? And body. Yeah, it's not on par with C. Absolutely not. But actually it's not that bad. I'm gonna lie, it's like, it seems much better than Python, isn't it? Lisp. Lisp. Haskell, Camel, Racket, Fortran, Julia. Okay, Racket ain't faster. Absolutely not faster. Damn. Very short time. That was my plan for today's stream. Live now. No, it's not. It's not live. Streams. Where? FK, one joins bot, caps, then of course social, programming discussion, ZIG, announcements. Game dev, OS, embedded tooling, pet languages, Go IDF, NetWeb, Lab obedience, audio dev projects, meta programming discussions, social discussions, CSOL, I have no idea. Bike shed, GitHub who's bot joins. Oh, that's archived. There was channel. I don't see it. Channels and roles. Roles channels. I have everything. And tabs archived. What is his nickname? Andrew Rock? He doesn't stream. Okay, Racket is slow and it takes a lot of memory. CPU seconds, wow. Spectral norm. It's so slow. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Camel. Let's compare it to a Camel. Because a Camel is an interesting one. Clan. Wait, Lisp. Oh, Camel. Wait, I can do that? How do I choose languages? Debian.net, interesting. Benchmark game. Versus B program measurements. Side-by-side compression tables for the most popular searches. Go. Java. I don't want Java. Go versus Java. C++. C Sharp, Node.js, Rust, Swift. Lisp, C Clang, Racket, Lua, JavaScript, Perl, Python, Ruby. C, GCC, Perl, Lua. Go. Whoa, Go is so good. It's basically C performance, isn't it? Like in terms of memory. I thought because of garbage collector it's gonna be a bit bigger. Yeah, where is stream? Is it gonna happen or not? Okay, so Go is really fast. I want to compare Lisp and Go. How they do that? You can do it that way. Go. Nice. Mean or 95% CI CPU seconds. Wait, it's Go? Wait, Lisp is faster? Wait, it's binary tree, not number 6. Binary tree number 3. Wait. It's the fastest implementation, right? Yeah. Wait. This one is the fastest. Wait. It uses more memory, but it doesn't actually matter. Wait. Doesn't matter. Like there is a solution with less memory which has the same performance, right? Yep. Yikes. Wait seconds. Oh, that's so interesting. Go EMD equals version 2, that's interesting. Binary trees. Find catch redux, I have no idea what this benchmark is. CPU seconds 30, memory 58. 40. 16. How is Go slower? It can be that way. It just can't be that way. It doesn't make any sense. Faster. 5 seconds, 27 kilobytes. Okay, Go is faster. Not much, but faster. Key nucleotide, I guess. Okay, Go use less memory. Mandelbrot. Wait, why is the most efficient algorithm is not on top? Doesn't make sense. Okay, actually Common Lisp is fast. Common Lisp is really fast. Steel band. Common Lisp. C import. Steel band Common Lisp is an implementation I love working with because updates are steady and the software is stable. But the real superpower in my opinion is that because the compiler and standard library are written in Common Lisp, you can reach into the standard internals of Common Lisp for your own projects as if Common Lisp were just another Lisp library. Is it advised to use unsupported APIs? Definitely not, but it's nice to be able to have seamless access to the same facilities and optimization tools, e.g. DevTransform define WOP that Steelband Common Lisp uses for its own implementation. You can build impressively clear and highly effective code this way, essentially by extending the compiler in user space. I have really soft spot on disassemble too. It's magical to be able to instantly see how the optimizer handles your hotspots. In case anyone else is curious about the name, derives from most of its code from CMU-CL created Carnegie Mellon University. It's appropriate to acknowledge that descent from the CMU hackers. Okay, yes, it doesn't matter. Getting started with Common Lisp. Import clip. Is it possible? It should be. The system program version, components file, some source file, some serial package. I'm trying to make C library that exports the main function below. Dynamic libraries. Also, you can build libraries in Lisp. It should work as we run to then. CMake. Okay, let's read earn X and Y. Primitive data types and operators. Symbols. Foo. Notice that the symbol is uppercased automatically. What is symbols? In turn, manually creates a symbol from a string. Huh? Numbers. Integers. Why is it so big? Binary. Octal. Hexadecimal. Single. Double. Ratios. Wow, interesting. Complex numbers. That's interesting. Functional applications are written as function function xyz, where f is a function and xyz are the arguments here. Plus 1, 2 equals 3, yeah. If you want to create literal data, use quo to prevent it from being evaluated. Cool. The shorthand for code is also tick is code. Oh, I see, it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense. Basic arithmetic operations. Plus, minus, what's called? Multiply. Yeah. Exp. Oh, like. Is it exponential? 2 to the power 3, right? Yep, 8. 5 mod 2. Divide. Okay, so this one is, how's it called? Ratio? That's interesting. Complex. Booleans, true. Any non-nil value is true. Nil, false, also the empty list. Also, nil and false is the same thing. That's kinda weird, you know? But also it maybe kinda makes sense. So it's like natural optional, right? Not nil, true. And 0 and true. Oh, because 0 is true. Okay, interesting. Or 0 or nil. 0. What? Why it's not true or false? Characters. A. Greek small letter lambda. Wow. Greek small letter lambda. Wow. Strings are fixed len arrays of characters. Nice. Backslash is an escaping character. Strings can be Strings can be concatenated. Yeah, I recall it. It's concatenated. Hello world. Concatenate. A string can be treated like a sequence of characters. Alt apple 0. Oh, okay. I don't have no idea what else means. Format is used to create a format. Okay. Makes sense. It's used to create a format output which ranges for simple string interpolation to loops and conditions. The first argument to format determines where will the format string go. If it is nil, format simply returns the formatted string as a value. If it is t, format outputs to the standard output, usually the screen. Then it returns nil. Kinda weird, but okay. Variables. You can create a global dynamically scoped, what does it mean? Variable using def var and def parameter. The variable name can use any character except. The difference between def var and def parameter is that revelating a def var expression doesn't change the value of the variable. The parameter, on the other hand, does. The difference between def var and def parameter is that revelating a def var expression doesn't change the value of the variable. I do not understand that. By convention, dynamically scoped variables have earmuffs in their name. Earmuffs? Oh. Interesting. Okay. Def parameter 5. You can also use Unicode characters. Wow, insane. Accessing a previously unbound variable results in an unbound variable error. However, it is defined behavior, don't do it. You can also create local bindings with... Actually, it just doesn't make any sense. I feel like I have to ask Gemini. Could you please make a introduction comprehensive? I skipped C, right? No. Comprehensive, yeah. Tutorial on Stillman Command Lisp for me. I know such languages as Go, ZIG, and C. Where is stream? I guess I'll just end stream if there is no. Oh wait. No, it's not what I thought it is. Was it postponed? I hope it's not. The basics of Common Lisp. Let's get a feel of the language. S expressions. Lisp code is written in S expressions, symbolic expressions, which are list encoded in parentheses. The first element of the list is the operator, a function or macro, and the rest are the arguments. In C would be, yep. Defining variables. You can define global variables with def parameter or def var, and local variables with let. So just use let. How I read it, right? Defining functions. Functions are defined with def_fun. Yeah. You can then call this function from your REPL. Nice. The power of macros. Macros are what set Lisp apart. They are functions that return at compile time and transform code. That run at compile time and transform code. Unlike C macros, which perform simple text substitution, Lisp macros operate on code structure. A classic example is a macro that swaps the if and else branches of conditional. Def macro if swapped condition false branch true branch, if condition true branch false branch. Wait. Classic example is a macro that swaps the if and else branches of a conditional. Wait. Def macro if swapped. That's the name of a macro. Condition false branch, true branch. So is it like access? We access branch from false and from true? Or is it like global variables? What is that? Or is it condition? Is it also global variable? Condition true branch, false branch. Now if swapped, 5 more than 3 to print false, print true, will expand into if print true, print false. Before being compiled. The back quote, comma, and comma add are used to control the expansion. Wow. Wow. Achieving high performance with SBCL. This is where your SIG, Go, and ZIG background will be particularly useful. While CBCL is fast by default, you can achieve performance comparable to, and sometimes even exceeding C by providing the compiler with more information. Where are the links? Optimization declaration. You can use declare to provide optimization hints to the compiler. The most common are speed, safety, and debug. For maximum speed, you would use declare optimize speed, safety, debug. Wow. Type declarations. This is the most crucial aspects of optimizing SBCL code. By declaring the types of variables and function arguments, you allow SBCL to generate highly specialized and efficient machine code, avoiding the overhead of dynamic type checking. That's cool. Here is a comparison of generic and type specialization function. Generic, slower. Define function dot product generic v1 v2 reduce hashtag tick plus map list. It's unreadable. Damn, it's so unreadable. I just like I can't read that. Generic define function dot product generic. We got v1 v2 reduce. What does redo do? How's it called? Hashtag. It's called hashtag. Tick plus. So we are it's called. It's getting the expression and the value. Plus. What we are summing? We have like single thing here, aren't we? Is it recursive? Wow. Optimize much faster. Define dot product v1 v2 declare type simple array double float v1 v2 optimize speed 3 safety 0. Let sum. Wow. Declare type double float sum the time. That's so interesting. Self sum. I mean it's difficult to read, but that's really interesting. By declaring the vectors a simple array double float, we tell SBCL that it's dealing with simple one-dimensional arrays of double precision floating point numbers. This allows the compiler to generate machine code that directly operates on these types, much like C compiler would. The Common Lisp object system clause is a powerful and flexible object system that is an integral part of Common Lisp. It differs from the object systems you might be used to in a few key ways. Multiple inheritance. A class can inherit from multiple parent classes. Sounds terrible. Generic functions and multi-methods. Multi-methods? In clause, methods do not belong to classes. Instead, they are part of generic functions. A generic function can have multiple methods, and the method that is called is determined by the type of its argument at runtime. That's so weird. Dynamic nature. You can add, remove, and redefine classes at methods and runtime. Here's a simple example. Define class shape. Define class circle. Extend from shape. Radius. Init arc radius. Shape side. Init arc side. Wow. Okay, I guess I partially understand that. Define generic area as. Wait. Define method area as circle. Wow. Wow. That's cool. It's an interesting approach actually. So you write a function which can accept both of your structs, and then you just attach them, right? Attach this function. Def method area as circle. Right, accept. Wow. Starting with C, the foreign function interface. SBCL provides a robust foreign function interface for interacting with C libraries. This allows you to leverage existing C code and libraries directly from Lisp. The process is generally straightforward on various operating systems, including Windows, with the main difference being the library file extensions. Yeah. Here's a basic example of calling the getBit function from the C standard library. SBAlien, define alien routine. GetBit, SBAlien int. Cool, that's interesting. For more complex interaction, you will need to define C structs and manage memory, but SBCLFFI provides the necessary tools to do so. There are also high-level libraries like SFFI that simplifies the process. CFFI. For embedding SBCL into C, C++, C# application can be compiled as shared library. Wow, that's good. Okay, now I feel like writing Lisp. Damn, do we have ZIG SHOWTIME stream? Come on. No, we don't. Not today, I guess. Wait. ZIG post updated. It's moving to Andrew's channel. I'm going to start the stream momentarily. See you on my channel. See you on there. Huh? Where? Here? ZIG. How do I... Where... Latest. ZIG roadmap. So far, all is good with Twitch. Hopefully today is the day. It's done, right? The same problem is happening as yesterday. Everything was fine right until the hour mark, then Twitch started having 60% packet loss. Lars is trying some basic troubleshooting to try to get some online. Update, rebooting, no effects, trying multiple different in-game servers, no effect. Update will postpone another 30 minutes and try again on the hour mark. If still doesn't work, I'll do stream on my channel. Update, still network problems for Lars, so I'll do stream momentarily. Yep, here. Okay, so we are waiting. Damn, it's so hot in here, Let's install Lisp right for now. I want to install Lisp. NixOS search. SBCL. Common Lisp compiler. Nice. Archdarwin, nice. NVM. Oh, not homebrew, wait. Here. White Codol. Sudo Darwin. Oh. Damn, he has red, he has red hair. Ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Oh, no sound.
I've been pretty lucky with my ISP.
Oh, hello, Fireskull. I also just noticed, why is the flip you have e-boit? I don't know what you're talking about, have no idea. What do you even mean?
And yeah, I got fiber, yeah.
Do you have fiber? Interesting.
Yeah, fiber's so nice.
Why his hair is red? It's so weird.
Sending messages light.
Twitch tag.
Yeah, every stream I always
Twitch tag?
more regularly and then I never do it.
Like, what? What?
How's everybody doing?
Actually, I'm curious.
What time is it for you all? Are you all Europeans? Just in the middle of your day?
Are you all Europeans? Yeah, we are all Europeans.
Hey, Specs.
Pars, are you Europeans?
We're winding down.
Where is it? Is it research?
ASMR.
Overview?
Like talk softly, like you're going to bed.
Discover? Engagement? Oh, discovery. Text.
Yeah.
Max
Sorry,
37.
Louis.
Hey boy,
yeah,
one.
it's got all that work setting up ZIG SHOWTIME and lining up
Software 5 program is 3.
ISP just ruins the day. Exactly on the moment that you start the stream.
I mean, like,
So messy.
they've been resetted once, but when the first time I set it this tag, it was the first most popular tag.
Oh man.
Afriteens, okay, I see. Afriteens. Weird enough, I don't want to speak with whoever searched the boy tag on Twitch. That's actually interesting, like,
Well,
what is the case to do that?
take a moment to familiarize myself with the extra agenda items I gotta reveal when we start the stream. Loris, since I'm now taking.
I don't want to know. I'm good.
I got you.
I mean, aren't you curious?
Remind me of something.
Isn't it like an interesting topic, like an interesting case? Who are you? Who searches
I will
a
go ahead
boy
and press record
on Twitch?
when we
I am, but not in that case.
don't know
Okay, I see.
where to host it yet, but that's a problem for future Andrew. Future Andrew's got a lot of problems to solve, but present Andrew is just hanging out.
Okay, but probably Stinky. What do you mean, a boy? I mean, I don't care. Like, it's funny. You're not the first person who comes and says that. That's like, that's searching up a boy on Twitch.
Oh man, yeah, the hair is new.
They are stinky, you know. You are stinky. Do you hear me? You are
I do like
stinky.
having it be a fun color.
I'm not stinky.
Man, it is so annoying. It just runs everywhere.
I'm stinky.
Shower,
Fuck.
I run.
All my attack was like
Skateboard.
just defeated immediately.
I'll never do this again. So enjoy it while it lasts.
Just in forwards.
Those pink
I'm Cyberside guy with your.
hotel-
True. Yeah, that's my bet actually.
It's no good.
I should have expected that,
Color's nice though.
but why not?
I just feel so much more appreciation now when I see people with cool hair colors because I realize like, oh, that's actually a lot of work. So
Oh, that's actually a lot of work.
cool hair color for me.
Actually, how is it? By the way, is it?
Hell no.
What's like? Can you hear him on my stream? How is the sound? Pizza Mountain, you and lead. No shower around. Damn, this summer it's not loud. Okay, yeah, I mean I understand, but there is a problem.
Almost ready to get going.
There is a problem. You hear him via sound leaking in my mic. So, like in my OBS,
There.
I do not give you the sound of my PC. I just give the sound of my mic.
Welcome. I see people are still trailing in, so
And because like I have this sound leakage, you can hear
Okay.
him partially. But if I turn the sound, it's gonna be like
start
not synchronized, and it's gonna be like
audio's
really
good.
bad.
Video's good. Let's get started. So, welcome everyone. It's been a while. Hisashi buri dane. Let's
A guy in
talk
the
about
chat typed Trust equals blue hair and Z.
that you might not know about. So, you know,
It's so
I see
good,
people
it's so
tuning
good.
in, probably you're interested in it, you don't use it yet. You want to know, like, okay, I haven't really checked in, like, what happened in the last year, and what are those crazy people up to next year? So that's kind of what this stream is for. So, to start, I'm just gonna go over some. Well, before I start, Loris, do I need to make any?
Oh, I know what I can do,
or I jump
actually.
Directly into recap. And
I can fix that.
or
Sound
try and just go
settings.
straight into the agenda that we already
I
kinda
can make
outlined.
myself quieter. 1 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1
And while he's thinking
1.
about that,
I can, it's like the minimum volume I'm doing,
I'll just guess the answer.
and I can go lower.
I think I'm supposed to make an announcement about.
Oh, it's not this microphone. Another microphone. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, nice.
Okay, this is the Italian one.
Oh, it's not gonna work.
Where you
Never mind, it's not gonna work. Because I'm making him quieter too.
there's the Canadian one.
Swear you can
The
laugh.
website is still on 2023. However, this is an announcement. There will be a Software You Can Love Vancouver in 2026. So put that on your mental calendar. I don't think we have dates yet. But I know that Matt Knight has already started doing the organizational work. So yeah, kudos to Matt Knight for taking that on. And yeah, just get ready, because when that's going to be a really nice event. So what's next? I'll talk about the other announcement maybe afterwards. So I'll jump next into kind of reviewing some of the accomplishments that we've done in the last year. So if you don't know, we do put a lot of work in these release notes, so you can get a lot of the information
they're really cool
by following it. But hey, this is text. Some people like text, some people like video, and this is for all the video people. So here you go. Let's just review some stuff. So one thing that we've focused on recently is Package Manager. And so some people are already using that, and if
he's gonna talk about ZIG fetch, right?
Project here. I think I already have a binary I can run. Oh, there we go. So this is just a little. I'm playing with a little like immediate mode UI. I'm doing some font rendering. This is using Vulkan, trying to learn Vulkan stuff.
Nice.
Eventually, I hope to turn this into like a music thing. But what I want to show you now is just a little feature that we added that maybe if you don't know about it, you really need to know about it, and that's ZIG fetch.
Yeah, so it's so cool.
Fetch is part of
our
toolchain for the package manager. And what I want to highlight right now is this particular workflow. So
ZIG fetch save.
For example, I have. Let's look at my dependencies briefly. So I have this dependency here on the shader compiler. This is a package made by Mason Ramelli, which compiles GLSL into SpearV. In the future, we actually will have a ZIG backend for this, and actually we have a proof of concept that you can play with. Shoutouts to Ali Chagri and Robin Voder for working on that. But in the meantime, we have this shader compiler, and I need to update it. So one of the workflows that you can now do, which is pretty handy, is you can just take that. If you want to just update to like the latest master, for example, I can just do ZIG fetch, save. Then I do git link, and that's going to get me. It's not going to link to the master one. It's going to resolve it to a commit and put that commit in the file. So the change that actually made was it's now fetching with Git protocol. It's locking it into that particular commit, and it calculated the hash for me and installed it on my system. So now I'm ready to go ahead and rebuild. You can see that change there. So if you haven't been using ZIG build fetch, that's a nice workflow. So just keep that in mind. Let me see what's next on our agenda here. I have a little. We had originally planned for Loris to kind of like walk me through these, through the agenda, but now I got.
I just noticed the hair.
So
Test tweet.
a little bit of my.
Is it real, not filter?
1 sec here.
People are so shocked. Sometimes it's hard to separate the ender from the Z. Oh, where am I? The guy seems smart. He should make his own programming language.
QA at the end, so feel free to get your questions ready.
Which Super Saiyan mode is this?
Okay, that was ZIG fetch. Let's move on. So the next thing, I'll keep these highlighted. The next thing that I want to highlight is the fact that we've now made x86 backend enabled by default in debug mode. So if you don't follow our devlog posts, it's kind of nice. There's an RSS feed. They're all just kind of on one page here, and so there's this. This is the post where we announced it, but I can give you a little demo here. The milestone that we've gotten to, specifically Jacob Young has gotten us to, and Matthew Lug, especially with like a lot of the front end improvements, is that the self-hosted x86 backend, the one that does not depend on LLVM, is at 64-bit, it's now robust enough that it's now the default. In fact, let me show you something. So here I have. Let me actually just use one terminal since I'm streaming here. There we go. Let's take a look at running the behavior tests, and just to make it even, I'm going to disable these because those applied not to LLVM. So I have a build here of the compiler, and sorry, it's over here. And if I run the behavior tests with LLVM, we can observe how long it takes, and we can see how many tests it runs. Okay, so that was 1,000. Let's just take note of this little data point here. Oops. Okay. And now, if I get rid of this FLLVM flag, it's now doing the default. And because I'm on an x86 computer, default will use our own backend. It will skip LLVM. So you can see that was a lot faster.
Definitely.
And
that's cool.
we can see actually it's passing more tests. It's skipping fewer, and it's actually having slightly more coverage than LLVM. So, you know, it's the story is a little more nuanced than that. But the point is that the x86 backend is, if anything, more robust than the LLVM backend at this point. It's not strictly better, but it is mostly better. And so now it's the default. And it's the default because, as you can see, it's a lot faster. Just to do a quick little demonstration of that, if we can go into here, let's see my hello world here, okay, and let's do build.exe hello, yeah, that's what I want, and then with LVM, yeah, okay, so you can already see it's a little faster, but let's race those. And if I just collect about 5 seconds of data for each one, let's take a look. Oops. Okay, so we can see that the using LLVM was this one, and by not using LLVM and by compiling with ZIG's backend,
Damn, that's fast.
we went down from 1 second to 225 milliseconds. We used less memory, and then this is kind of just an explanation for why it's faster.
That's so good.
Yeah, shoutouts to Matt Knight for naming for the name.
Wasn't
We
twice
actually named
faster.
this, CLI tool on stream, so you have Embedded Boy to thank for that.
Embedded boy.
Okay, so that's the x86 backend. It's now the default, so try it out. This is going to debut in 0.15. Which will be released in about a month. Plan is for August 1st is their tentative release date. Here's a good question. If your project uses a C library, do you still need to use LLVM? No. I don't remember what the default is. We might still default to if you have any libraries. No, we don't. Okay, no. The answer is no. This backend works fine if you link C code. You can still use it. Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure the project I just demoed a second ago with that little window was using the self-hosted backend. And that's using like Vulkan C libraries and stuff like that. And yes, it is also the default for running build.zig. So your zig build commands will now be faster as well if you're on x86. And now I know you might be wondering, what about if I'm on one of those Mac computers?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I'm wondering.
Hold on. We'll get to that.
One of those Mac computers.
Here's my little agenda notes. Hold on. Sorry. We'll get there. That's a foreshadowing. Okay, but for now, let's move on to a different topic. So I want to show you another thing that is now happening by default. So if let's look at some C code. So one thing that a lot of people discover ZIG for is ZIG CC. So we have this. It acts just like a C compiler with caveats. And sorry, before I move on to this topic, I do want to address Casey Banner's point, which is a good point. I forgot to mention, on Windows, x86 backend is not the default yet because we need to make some cough linker enhancements before we can enable it by default. So that is a caveat there. We'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah, one thing at a time. Yeah, that's the answer to this question. So the answer is it does work on Windows, but the problem is we need to make some linker enhancements before it's before we can turn it on by default. So that's coming up. I don't know if we'll get to it in time for 0.15, unfortunately. But it's definitely a high priority issue. Okay, so let's talk about ZigCC for a moment. So one thing that's important to understand about ZigCC is that it's not trying to be, while it is trying to be compatible with the C compiler command line interface, it's not trying to be literally exactly the same as Clang. In particular, we have different defaults. And the defaults kind of map to ZIG's paradigm.
Makes sense.
In fact, the way that this works is that we collect the C command line arguments, and then we translate those into the equivalent of what ZIG command line arguments would specify, and then we lower that into commands that we pass to Clang and all the things like this. And that's kind of a crucial part of what ZigCC offers. I'll give you an example. So if you do ZigCC like O2, what actually happens is in the command line parsing, we interpret O2 as release fast. But if you pass in O2 fsanitize equals, I don't know, I think it's just, I forget what the command is. Maybe it's just fsanitize. If you enable ubisan, oh, there we go. If you do this one, we interpret this combination of flags as release safe, and then later we probably just lower it to exactly these flags again. So why do we go through that maybe seemingly unnecessary like middle state? Because that middle state affects all sorts of other stuff. So for example, by default, you're getting debug mode, and because you're getting debug mode, we do enable undefined behavior sanitizer. And one of the things that we recently added, shout outs to David Rubin, I believe that's your name, Rexicon. We now have nice printing for this. So for example, somebody shout out their favorite undefined behavior.
Shout out their favorite undefined behavior. That's so funny. Casting a const.
Signed integer overflow. Gray header had it. Good job. Okay, so we're gonna do argc. Compiling a file without a trailing new line. Oh man, that's a really good one. Yeah, we're gonna do argc plus. What 1 to the 31. Okay. I guess I could have just done that, huh? Okay, so let's try. There we go. So let's see what happens if we compile this. Oh, I'm too ZIG pilled for this. Thanks, Matthew. Okay, so let's try compiling this code with ZigCC. Okay. There's a little spoiler, libubisan there. Now, some of that stuff only had happened once. And I'll show you that if I make some changes, such as by adding a pointless comment, that was an instant rebuild because those things that took a while to rebuild, those were just like support libraries. Those only have to ever be done exactly once per target. So I pretty much never have to do that again until I switch versions of ZIG. So no, let's try running this example. And it's going to... Oh, I hit undefined behavior before I hit the undefined behavior that I intended to hit. Oops. That's a perfect example of what I'm trying to show. Well, just for fun, let's try to get the intended undefined behavior. But,
Typical C experience.
I guess that's why I instinctively reached for Python here. I just didn't even trust C even a little bit. Okay, so let's try that. Wait, long? What? Format specifies type int, but the argument has type long. Why is it long?
Because it overflows in because of that it's long.
One doesn't fit in the int. What do you mean it doesn't fit in the int?
So it's long, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, I need -1. Oh, okay, yeah, off by 1. Classic. Okay, so if I run my example, oh crap, I wanted 6. Oh, I have to rebuild too. Okay, there we go. Well, this is the example I was trying to show. Now if I pass an argument, I get a undefined behavior, and we get the actually nice panic with a backtrace, with a message that explains the problem. So anyway, point being, the default of ZigCC already was this, turning on undefined behavior sanitizer. The new thing that I'm trying to show you that we did recently was adding by default the undefined behavior sanitizer library, which tells you the problem. So that's a lot more friendly for
Nice.
For beginners who are learning C. So I would argue to you that ZigCC is a great way for students to learn C programming, because this is so much more helpful than just getting like wrong behavior at runtime, or like you compile with optimizations on and then it stops working. And then yeah, and the way this is implemented, by the way, it's literally just calling panic in the ZIG standard library, and then the ZIG standard library is doing the stack tracing. So it's pretty neat. It's pretty nifty.
Cool.
Okay, so that was undefined behavior sanitizer with ZigCC. Moving on, let's look at some language changes.
When is 2026
Again,
roadmap
I want to tell
gonna
everyone
happen?
that if you read our release notes, this is a great way to upgrade your code in response to language changes. Because, for example, if you go to language changes, and in fact, let's go to a different one. Let's go to this one.
Yeah, damn, you know, it's actually too late.
Actually, let's go to a breaking change.
But since he launched stream
Okay.
all later. So I'll stream end for the day actually.